Yeah, Zeus bringing nothing but heat, thunder in the chest. Waking up daily, putting in the work, no rest. This for the real one, scrolling through the mess. Straight talk, no cap. Let's address. Every morning I wake, phone in my hand, scrolling through the lies, Trump and the Klan. Republicans wildin', same script on repeat. I call out the cap, expose it in the street. They yell TDS, but it's them on that coat. Trump devotion syndrome, they deep in the vault. Jan 6, they duck when I press on the facts. Boogaloo, oath keepers, proud boys getting stacks. Slush fund money for the supremacist crew. Obama rent-free, he's still living in you. Peddling straight cap, misinformation daily. It's coming back around, watch the downfall, baby. I'm destroying these Trump supporters daily. Zeus dropping thunder, they folding like babies. MAGA's worst nightmare, that's me on the low. God of the sky, sending straight to the smoke. They play me on Fox, MSNBC, CNN. I'm the one waking the world up again. Battle for the soul, this country on the line. Lake of fire waiting, no cap, it's mine. Ice out here wildin', violating rights. Trump dropping bombs on Iran late nights. Stealing that oil from Venezuela, no shame. Putting on the soil, red carpet, what a game. Soldiers on their knees, disgrace on display. Epstein files locked, y'all still look the other way. He said terrific guy. We all heard the quote, Christian nationalists blind. That's the sickest joke. Blowing up schools, innocent girls in the dirt. These clowns bugging, putting evil to work. I'm doing this cause the country needs saving. The people, the world, this ain't just entertaining. Waking up every day feeling the weight, but I carry that thunder, I don't hesitate. They call it hate, I call it real talk. Somebody gotta say it, somebody gotta walk. Through the fire, through the lies, through the smoke, Zeus in the sky. This the path that I chose. I'm destroying these Trump supporters daily. Zeus dropping thunder, they folding like babies. MAGA's worst nightmare, that's me on the low. God of the sky, send me straight to the smoke. They play me on Fox, MSNBC, CNN. I'm the one waking the world up again. Battle for the soul, this country on the line. Lick the fire, waiting, no cap, it's mine. Straight to the lake, no cap. Thunder don't miss. MAGA's worst nightmare, remember that. Zeus out.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. Good morning, Brother Q-Yo. Good morning, Rick. Marissa. Nice to see you. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it, look at my grass. Cars in the garage, the tanks full of gas. I play the game so well, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you get your famous. The algorithm turns to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my zodiac. Let's go. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet.
Tap in.
Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. And if they is my ex, that mean they left me.
Ooh.
They don't get me pause if they text me. I say it with my chest cause I'm
Uh-oh, here it goes.
Got a lot of confidence.
Here it goes, ladies and gentlemen.
Call me the
To the incinerator. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen.
I'ma
Here it goes.
take off in a spaceship.
I'll tell you
What?
what,
What you gonna do?
Zeus's
Uh-huh.
last couple of days, that shit was
Keep it clean.
radical.
Very
It was
radical.
it was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
Oh, it's like deja vu. It's like
They
deja
never
vu.
have anything nice to say about it, brother.
It's like
me.
deja vu. It's like deja
Sick
vu.
folks, ladies and gentlemen. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. I'm your host. I'm your pilot, and you know exactly why we are gathered here once again. We have to continue doing the real work, honestly, that it takes to save the United States of America, actually, the world from the evil clutches of Donald J. Trump and his legion of MAGA demons who continue to try to destroy all the progress that we've made as a country, you know, and they're doing it every day with their ridiculous smooth brains and their inability to actually have some spine when it comes to not obeying the unlawful and immoral, honestly, orders their dear leader continues to give them. And the reason they do it, you know why they do it. They're a bunch of sick people and they use bad, nasty words. They do bad, nasty things and they hang out with sick and disgusting people. Am I right? W's in the chat for July Love. Good morning, Maddie. W's in the chat for Cali Girl. And who better, ladies and gentlemen, to lead the charge than yours truly, myself, Zeus the Rizzler, or as some like to say, Triple H. And you go, well, why do they call him Triple H? And I said, that's a good question. I always answer it. The first H is because I am honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. There's nobody on social media more honest than me, all right? You might as well imagine that my hand's resting on a stack of Bibles, so to speak, all right? Because I'll say it if it needs to be said. And with that comes the other H, which is humility. Yeah, I'm the most humble person on social media. Am I right? W's in the chat for Rick. I'm the most humble person. I mean, but don't get it twisted now. I'm not to be messed around with, all right? Because you can see over the years, we've destroyed, haven't we, ladies and gentlemen? We've destroyed a lot of demons. Good morning, Kabira. Nice to see you back in action in here, ready to fight and rock and roll. Let's go, Kabira. Kabira's been awesome too, ladies and gentlemen. You know, and all of you, you all always find a way to motivate me to get up every morning and do this show because, you know, we're all in it together. And that leads me, honestly, to the last H you thought I was going to forget. I'm not going to forget. And it's one of the most important H's of them all. This H, honestly, it does so much. I could have used it. I used to use it for evil. And I'll be honest with you. I used to use this H for evil, ladies and gentlemen. But then, you know, like Kiki said, you know, you get you some holy oil or whatever, you get born again, saved, sanctified, so to speak. It's truly because I am and will always remain, you've guessed it, the most handsome. Hey, you got to be honest with the folks, all right? Yeah. And so it's with these three H's, ladies and gentlemen, that I've been doing a great job annihilating the MAGA demons. We've scared every single one of them away on social media. They don't want to come around us anymore. They used to come in and they thought that they were trolling us. And then they found out, oh, we've been getting, you know, the word is trolled. They realize now the entire time it was actually us trolling them. And now they don't want to come up here and explain themselves, right? And it's the most beautiful feeling I've ever had, you know, because I don't like arguing with people, especially when the facts are the facts, right? You know, in your real life, 1 + 1 = 2. Okay, you don't believe that? I'm moving on. I'm doing something else. I don't got time to explain to you how math works. But when it comes to politics, it's a completely different situation because these people actually go inside of the voting booth and nuke themselves. They literally destroy themselves they do it and they think, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to destroy Big Zeus. This is what they think when they go in. And then next thing you know, they go home. They're dealing with measles. You hear this stuff going on? They're dealing with E. coli outbreaks, cyclospora. I mean, all kinds of diseases and famines. You thought, I read about it in the Bible. I didn't think in 2026. I didn't think in 2026 I'd have a plague of locusts and I'd be eating horse meat and what in the world? This is what MAGA has done to themselves, ladies and gentlemen. And what I'm here to do is not give them a pass. No, I don't give you Trump supporters a pass because I know exactly how we ended up here. And I was so angry. I was so angry, ladies and gentlemen, when we had that last 2024 election cycle. And I said, you let this demon lie to us about how many Americans were losing their life during C-19. Joe Biden came in, him and Vice President Kamala Harris. You remember that? We did it, Joe. And it was like a breath of fresh air. It was like a breath of fresh air. When Kamala said that we did it, Joe, I was like, oh yeah, goodness gracious. And so they won. And instead of Donald Trump, you know, engaging in the peaceful transfer of power, he allowed the Triple K to show up at the Capitol on January 6th and try to unalive his own vice president. And even after that, even after all that, you Trump supporters, you thought this was some sort of conspiracy against Trump, I guess. And then you saw Jack Smith. Remember we used to do the Jack Smith thing and I had the Inspector Gadget song? You thought all of this was a major conspiracy against Trump. And you turned around and you went and voted this demon back in the White House. And now you're all sick in the minds and you're sick in the heads. You don't have health insurance. Your grocery prices are going up. You're driving down the freeway. You know, a lot of you're in the trucking industry. You don't have health insurance. Remember that demon, Scott? Remember that demon, Scott? What happened, Scott? Where did you go? You told me you were going to get health insurance, and then all of a sudden you disappeared. W. Zeus. Thank you. And so that leaves us where we're at right now. I need to go ahead. You see where this is. This is a left-leaning show, more on the progressive side of politics. And yes, we do annihilate MAGA demons. And so if you're a Trump supporter and you don't want your feelings hurt this morning, do us a favor and leave right now, because it's going to get very uncomfortable in here for you. I promise you it will. But get this, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
This is my favorite part.
If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right, there you go. And so with that, I take no responsibilities for anybody's feelings that get hurt during the show. We are all adults, and I must make it real clear, especially now that we're going into midterms. My only focus is defeating Donald Trump and his supporters in the midterm. Any other issues that come up, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be honest with you, we'll deal with them. We'll deal with those issues after we get rid of this situation that we got, because in my honest opinion, I believe Donald J. Trump and his supporters are the greatest threat to our democracy. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Let's just be honest. Yeah, the doors to the Thunderdome, they are completely closed. You're in here. And so I'm going to go ahead and say, what do we got going on? In Gary, Indiana, we have a power company that ain't helping black folks. Have y'all heard about this? I was just in Indianapolis, and I did hear about this, and I said, I hope they get this thing figured out. But now I'm sitting back saying, once again, we got to confront racism in America. And don't think I'm not paying attention. I'm just waiting to see how the dust settles about all these black men showing up unalive, estranged fruit in various parts of the country, primarily the South. And this is when I get on Blagga. Y'all created these conditions with your ignorant selves. This is what makes me mad. I mean, I'm supposed to be sort of a supportive Q-Dog, right? We're supposed to be the power's back on. It better be. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We're supposed to be our brother's keeper to a certain degree. But when your brother is acting like Tim Scott, if your brother's acting like Tim Scott, should we actually look out for him? Let me ask the audience that. That's one of the questions. You got a brother out here acting like Tim Scott. Should we actually look out for them and, try to bring them into the fold? I'm checking with my community real quick. Okay, disowned. There, no. And we'll get into some Tim Scott stuff, because somebody sent me a video today, and I said this is as accurate as possible when it comes to Tim Scott. So we got that. I hope the power is back on. But if it's not, you know what you need to do. We have a CNN commentator. Many of you know who he is. DJ's idol, Scott Jennings, telling Trump supporters that Donald Trump has actually won the war. We got to talk about that. We saw what Scott Bassett did. We heard what the Supreme Court did. And then we got some stories about how ICE once again is demonstrating to the world that they have no problem being what I refer to as domestic terrorists, ladies and gentlemen. So before we get into that, you know what I got to do? I got to prepare the cabin for takeoff. Amazing. Please assist.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard this live episode of The Zeus Show. My name is Amazing, and on behalf of Three Crossing Zeus, also known as Triple H, I would like to thank each of you for tuning in today. Your presence and support make this experience possible, and we are truly grateful for your continued engagement. As we prepare for takeoff, we kindly ask that you please return to your seats, buckle up, and get ready for an engaging journey. This show occasionally gets off the rails, and securing your attention ensures you remain safe and fully immersed throughout the broadcast. To maximize your experience, we kindly remind you to tap the screen, like, comment, and share this live stream with your network. Your shares help expand our community and bring more voices into the conversation. We also encourage you to support the platform by utilizing the available gifts during the broadcast. These contributions directly enhance the production quality and sustainability of the show. If you require assistance with gifting features or have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to one of our moderators who are present and ready to assist you in enjoying the program. As a reminder, full recordings of this episode will be uploaded to our YouTube channel shortly after the live concludes. For complete information regarding all of my social media handles and platforms, please click the link in the bio. Thank you once again for choosing to be a part of the kingdom. We are honored that you have allowed Zeus, aka Triple H, to guide you to Olympus.
There you go.
Sit back, stay engaged, and enjoy the flight.
Oh, I love Amazing. Thank you so much, Amazing.
Big Zeus. Big Zeus.
W's in the chat for my sister Kabira. All right. Oh, look, my background is back. Remember yesterday it wasn't working? So, ladies and gentlemen, normally we'd bash MAGA in the morning, but we gotta start off with this. How many of you think we need to go ahead and address this Hakeem Jeffries situation? The gifts also assist with his food stamp. Ooh, Russell, my brother, come on. I think you a brother out there. Or no, Russell, come on up here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and give Russell a round of applause. First demon in the chat. Russell, I was about to get on to Hakeem Jeffries, a Democrat, and that's something I rarely do, just to show you I got range on either side of the aisle. But you perked up and said something in the comment section. Russell, come on up here, Russell. My firefighter. You didn't even spell my right. I think that's what you were trying to spell, Russell. And I don't know who you are, but let me go see what I can find in this chat with Russell. But yeah, nothing is wrong with food stamps, Russell. Maybe you didn't know this about me, but I believe anybody that's a person of color in this country is automatically eligible for anything the government can give away for free. Because why is it okay for Donald Trump and his family to get stuff, what I call food stamps on steroids, but then you cry about black and brown people getting just the little stuff they come with food? I mean, it's not even a lot of money if you want to be honest with it. It's just a couple of $100. What's it to you? You don't want to get up here and actually explain why you would put such a racist comment in my chat? Mods, please, let me go ahead and do it. I'll do it for you, Russell. I'll go do it. Maybe what you need to do, Russell, is this. Why don't you take a 5-minute timeout, W. Zeus? Hey, Russell, go take a 5-minute timeout. Nothing grinds my gears, Russell, than to see, hear, smell, even smelling a demon like you with the smooth brain. Nothing grinds my gears than to see something like that and you pollute my chat with that crazy statement, knowing you're on food stamps. Yeah, teeth barely in your mouth. You open cans with your teeth, and you have the audacity to come talk to Big Zeus about what's in my pocket, champ? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I know what's going on. And it really is something I've had to deal with all my life, Russell, since you wanted to take it here. You see a fine looking brother like me, handsome everywhere I go. Even your lady sees me and she says, that's a handsome man. And you're sitting in your house sulking. How could he be so handsome and so smooth? And the best insult you came up with is food stamps. Russell, let me be honest. I don't need food stamps, all right? But if I did have food stamps, I would be the best. And I'd be going, where's Russell at? And I'd be counting it up, swiping right in front of you, Russell, while you using your money. Eating tuna. You eating tuna. Not the good kind. I mean, the tuna that they leave and they say no one's buying it. Okay, the tuna that no one's buying it, and they'll say leave it out for Russell. We'll make sure we charge Russell top dollar for this tuna, right? And you'll be sitting back watching me eating steak and lobster. You'll be going, wow. You'll swear up and down DEI is racist. Now, let me get back to what I was doing before Russell interrupted me. Russell, I don't want to hear from you the rest of my show. If I see you saying anything in my comment section again, Russell, I just thought of this. I'm going to mute you the entire live. You've basically made it to the worst place a person like you could be on my show, where I don't even want to hear from you. You're a disgraceful situation in this country. You're a disgraceful creature. And if you're married, anybody in that situation with Russell, leave. Even the dog, because I got a story about you, Russell. I found out what you did. Sick situation, W, Zeus. Now let me get back to what I was doing. Jesus Christ. I was talking about you, Russell. Look at that. Look at this, Russell. I mean, now I want to finish talking about this demon right here, Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem Jeffries, let me say something. Now, I know yesterday, brother, I was having a show about you. Russell eats crow. Well, yeah. And I did ask Hakeem Jeffries, I said, you need to be more transparent about what happened, because it was alarming, Hakeem, that you actually met with Jared Kushner. Now, I know you have history with Jared Kushner, from the previous administration, and y'all all running in the same circles. You know what I'm saying? But right now, Hakeem, what we found out, you met with him. I said, okay, you better do something right now because this isn't looking good. So I think you heard what I said, Hakeem, and you actually produced this video. So if you haven't seen this video, this is Hakeem Jeffries explaining that he did meet with Jared Kushner and that he is not giving the Trump family a pass at all come midterm. So let's watch this together, and then I'll explain what's going on here.
What's up, y'all? Just finished up an event here in the community in Brooklyn. I want to give you a little real talk on this Jared Kushner
This is as loud as it gets.
situation. He asked for a meeting, and I took it to discuss the affordability crisis that exists that is not a hoax.
All right. How many of y'all believe that's acceptable so far? I haven't ruled just yet, but he asked for a meeting, and I believe the topic was affordability. How many of y'all believe this is acceptable? I'm just checking with Kushner isn't even in the government. Everybody. So Hakeem, I'm checking the chat right now, Hakeem. I haven't weighed in yet, but a majority of the people in here believe that's not a good answer. That's not a good answer. You can't meet with Jared Kushner, who's not in the government, to talk about affordability.
At the same period of time, I shouldn't have to say it, but I am. No one is going to get a pass. We're going to hold
You shouldn't have to say it, but you're going to say it. Huh.
every single member of the Trump cartel accountable, beginning on day one. If you're stealing from the American people, shortchanging the American people, or screwing over the American people, you're going to be held accountable.
Hakeem, we're past if you're doing that. How many of you believe that the Trump administration has screwed over the American people and stole from the American people already? How many of you believe it's not a if, that it's actually, this did happen in this country? WVIP. Hakeem. And you're wearing green in the, I don't know where he's at, but it looks like he's in the hood wearing green, and he's talking to his fellow Democrats about this. And I'm just perplexed, bro. I'm really perplexed. I'm struggling right now.
We're going to follow the facts, apply the law, and be guided by the Constitution, beginning on day one, and hold the crooks accountable.
So we're holding the crooks accountable. Biggest crook on the face of the earth, in my opinion, Hakeem, is Jared. He's one of the biggest ones. It's Jared Kushner. Okay, that I'm not quite understanding, Hakeem, how you can say such real powerful poetic words. And I agree. But you met with him.
And that's what we've done as House Democrats from the beginning of this Congress. We battled the Trump administration on tariffs, battled them on Medicaid, battled them on Epstein, battled them on nutritional assistance.
This ain't no freestyle. This ain't no freestyle battle. You can't say that, man. I mean, I know the hip hop lingo. Battling this, I don't want nobody just being a battle rapper, champ. At this point, Hakeem, we're past the battle rapping, all right? This is personal now. This is, I'd hate to say it, we in some Biggie and Tupac kind of stuff right now, Hakeem. And what you're doing right now, it's not sitting well right now. We need to know which side of this issue you're really on. You cannot be on both sides, champ. And I'm saying this as a genuinely concerned individual. I'm Big Zeus. Normally I have sharper words and, but I'm sitting here really trying to gain some perspective and some insight on what's going on.
Battle them on the Affordable Care Act. Battle them on the reckless war of choice in Iran. Battle them on ICE funding, and battle them on the unprecedented corruption unleashed on the American people. And we've delivered results. Pam Bondi is gone. Kristi Noem is gone. And we're just getting started.
Now see, bro, You might as well thank Big Zeus for getting rid of Pam Bondi and Christy Nome, because my show probably has been doing way more damage in the streets than this stuff you got going. I don't know where you're taking credit for what we're doing out here, champ. Hakeem, come on.
At the same period of time, the affordability crisis in this country is very real. It needs to be dealt with. I hear about it every day. In the community in Brooklyn and all across the country, wherever I may be, people are drowning in this failed economy.
But you posted up on the block in green clothes like you made a money, like you some kind of character out of a. Let me be quiet on TikTok. But you get what I'm saying, Hakeem.
And are demanding action.
This is
We
great.
have a responsibility to deal with the fact that life is too expensive. Far too many people are stressed the F out.
Oh.
When it's time to go to the grocery store, pay the rent, or put gas in the tank. That's crazy.
We ain't saying nothing I ain't said.
That should not be happening in the United States of America, and we have a responsibility to address it. And that's what we intend to do.
Okay. All right, there you go. That's it. And that's the end of what Hakeem had to say, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all go ahead and give Hakeem Jeffries a round of applause. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate that acting? And how would you all, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate Hakeem Jeffries' acting right there? No, I'm just double checking because I'm not buying it. Somebody put, I didn't give you. Wow, y'all went straight to 1. So Hakeem, somebody put -10. So Hakeem, listen up, champ. This is Big Zeus. You're supposed to be representing the Democrat Party today, not the old one. All right. And so what I want you to know is nobody in here buys this. All right. I don't know who told you to. Well, I told you yesterday you need to make a statement about it. But I don't know who told you the way you're doing it was the right way. Why don't you go to the hood, wear a green pimp outfit? Oops, excuse me, TikTok. But put on that money green shirt and hat combo and stand in front of a brick building and you let them know you mean business because you're one of them. It's not going to work like that. WVIP, Hakeem, I see right through you. Here's my advice to you. You need you and Jared Kushner at this point. I need both of you front and center, and I want you and him to come talk to Big Zeus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to get to I need to get to the bottom of what that meeting was truly about, because Jared Kushner doesn't know a thing about affordability. They don't know a thing about what they do know about is being in a cartel. They know about corruption. So my concern, Hakeem Jeffries, is how do I know you haven't gotten some sort of kickback behind all of this? Because they're going to tell you to go light on some things. You know what I'm saying? And then now we're going to be dealing with you. And then we're going to be going, oh, why isn't Hakeem Jeffries nailing these fools to the cross? And then I got to think about this secret meeting. So let this be a lesson to anybody in the Democrat Party right now. If you think it's acceptable, because I don't think a lot of you understand the amount of frustration the American people are currently having with the federal government, all right, especially the Trump administration, all right, after being lied to the way Donald Trump has lied to the American people, after watching our resources be stripped of us, it's clear to a lot of people that the Trump administration needs to be held accountable. And meeting with them off the record is a bad idea. Don't do it again, all right? So that's the best that I can say. The only reason, I'm going to be honest with you, the only reason you meet with somebody off the record is if you're trying to, work something out on the back end that you don't want the public to know about. And we all know you only doing this because you got caught, champ, meeting with Jared Kushner. Somebody told somebody, and next thing you know, they put it out in the New York Times, and now you're trying to cover up your tracks. You look guilty already, Zeus. We all know how dirty Jared Kushner is. We know he's dirty, and he's not you couldn't have said, all right, Jared Kushner wants to meet with me. Let me go ahead and let everybody know Jared Kushner wants to have us. I mean, you see what Hunter Biden is doing. He's going in, he's talking to these people on all sides, but he makes sure there's a camera there so that everybody can walk away with their own conclusion. This right here, Hakeem Jeffries, did not help you at all. And if you had good intentions behind it, maybe that's what you thought was going to happen, but this makes you look guilty as hell. W Zeus, I'm so upset. Hakeem, how do I explain this to the people? How do I explain you meeting with Jared Kushner, right? Are you W Zeus? And this is also any Democrat that thinks it's acceptable. I know Donald Trump is scared right now. How do I know? We found him in the back of a food crate with Natalie Harp, and he left the rest of his administration to get blown to smithereens. We all know he is scared, and scared people do desperate things. I'm not surprised Donald Trump knows he might lose the midterms and is already trying to wheel and deal with people behind the scenes to save face. We're not shocked, Hakeem, and you're not hiding it from us. We know what's going on. Stop it. Yeah, they looked at you. You know what he did when you met with you, and he made fun of you. He mocked you, with the sombrero hat or whatever. Remember that, Hakeem? Why would you meet with these people? Every time they meet with you, you need to understand they're setting you up. All right, W Zeus, I got to move on. It really does bother me, ladies and gentlemen. It really does. Speaking of things that bother me, we got to move on and talk about our next issue. Sometimes I just get locked in and I start talking about these things very passionately. Fury as Stephen Miller's as Sick Ice hospital video. Fury at Stephen Miller as a Sick Ice video. Hospital video emerges that is almost heartbreaking to watch, ladies and gentlemen. When I saw this video, and some of you may have seen it, you sit here and you go, this is the problem in the country. We have a bunch of evil, wicked men out here who get off being just aggressive and violent towards women. And now that there's policy that allows them to do it, now I look at them, I go, these are criminals. These are criminals with badges. All right. And what we got to do is address what's happening in this country. Because honestly, if a person's only crime is that they overstayed their visa, under no circumstances do I believe that their lives should be placed in danger. Absolutely not. And so let's go ahead and talk about this. And this also has to do with another immigration story, ladies and gentlemen. You have a couple of interesting dynamics playing out in this country. We had the whole Latinos for Trump situation unfolding. And I know not every person that is Latino voted for Donald Trump, but there was that "We Will Vote for Donald Trump" song that is tattooed in the minds of a lot of Americans. And, as a black man, I watched this and I said, why is it that Hispanic people are rushing to vote for Donald Trump? That was all. It still bothers me. I'm like, you must not really understand American history. And this is another issue. This is why getting an education in this country is very important. Because if you knew about America's history, a lot of people who immigrate into this country, I get it. You know about your country's history, and you come over here and you're quick to judge things and see things, especially when you see black people doing it, and you say, why are they behaving like that? That's what I've heard. And, but you don't understand all the stuff that's gone on in this country before you made that conclusion. And then sometimes you could find yourself in spaces where people reaffirm your biases, so to speak. You end up in these Republican spaces, and then you say, why are they acting like that? And then you get a MAGA demon going, yeah, you see what we're saying, the crime in the inner cities. And so you start going down that path, ignoring the danger, which is welcome to America, where America manufactures racism better than any other country on the planet. And they'll put a lot of makeup and make it look so beautiful, but it's underneath, it's still racism. And so what we have is, and this is a story about ICE. One story is a young man, his father immigrated into the country, but he is an American citizen, and he is now in the U.S. Navy fighting Iran right now on the USS Abraham Lincoln. And then boom, 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 your dad has been detained by ICE. What? My dad? I'm over here lay my life down for this country, and ICE comes and gets my dad? Think about that dynamic. Think about that. Think about what that does to a person's mind. And in my head, I'm saying, yeah, this is why you see a lot of black people sometimes crashing out and it don't make sense to you because you didn't know the whole story. You didn't know you were being set up and sent to go fight another country when the real battle was right here in the United States as it relates to racism or misogyny. It doesn't matter any of those issues. You're trying to liberate another country while your parents are being attacked domestically. Think about the position that puts you in. How many of you would be in the middle of a war and you got a call that the same country you're fighting for has detained your parents? How many of you would still fight for that country? How many of you, oh, it's the law, Gregory? Why aren't you over there? See, that's the first thing you ask any Trump supporter that supports this war. Why aren't you over there? And watch all the excuses come out. So let's get this going, ladies and gentlemen.
USS Abraham Lincoln says his father has been detained by immigration authorities in Florida. Joshua Aviles says he learned Saturday that his father, Luis Manuel Aviles, had been taken into ICE custody.
Wow.
In a Facebook post, Aviles wrote, "I've been deployed for over 9 months out at sea in the Middle East aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln, fighting for a country that has given me everything."
Yeah.
He added, "We have done everything through immigration to get his green card approved, and we are just waiting. Please stay strong. I'm coming home, Dad."
Think about that. This man, this is a 19-year-old. I don't wish nothing on a 19-year-old young man still, in my opinion, is still learning and growing. And just the theater of war is already traumatizing enough. But then you have to get the added burden of knowing your father who raised you to be pro-America and all that other stuff, Christian in a way, right? You know, all the things they, teach their children. What? Donald Trump, my commander in chief, is destroying my family? Like, who am I really fighting?
The Department of Homeland Security says Border Patrol arrested Aviles' father during a vehicle stop in Key West. But Aviles claims his father has a driver's license, Social Security card, and work permit, and has lived in the United States for 19 years.
So your son, it becomes a U.S. soldier for the United States, and that doesn't mean anything to Donald Trump. In Donald Trump's world, where Stephen Miller and them all are, if you keep in mind, this is all about racism. It never stopped. They're getting 2 for the price of 1. 2 for the price of 1. One of you get to go to a war and maybe you'll lose your life. And then the other one, I'm going to throw you in a detention facility. Maybe you lose your life. And I hate to say it that way, but this is really what's going on. Both of these people, the men in the family, are now fighting for their lives in different ways. And it's all tied to one man in his administration, Donald Trump.
And here is one of the problems, exactly a case like this, where you have people like Mr. Aviles, who is trying to do the process and trying to do everything right. And this comes at great cost to people who are doing everything they can to be here legally and do things the right way. And it is bankrupting for many people to do that while trying to make it here in America. And now they're too afraid to show up to their immigration meetings or hearings. They're too afraid to show up because of these violent tactics by ICE.
Violence. Because
of the videos that we've seen across the country of people getting shot. Of U.S. citizens getting treated violently. Documented or undocumented, there is illegal activity should not happen to anybody on American soil.
Gregory, I noticed you got radio silent, huh, Gregory? Think about, what if we did this to you, Gregory Jones? We come and send you off, and then while you're off fighting for the United States of America, we just discombobulate your family and detain everybody in your family. Would you keep that same energy, Gregory? What's your special behind?
The process should happen to everybody on American soil. But what you have is this intense, violent tactics against documented or undocumented people that make them too afraid to actually follow the law. And it's the violence and the fear that is now exacerbating what is a horrible situation, again, deployed by ICE and the way they do business.
But it gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. And I didn't want to cover this morning, but when I saw this, I said, I got to talk about it today.
Also this, if you're not horrified by what you've seen so far, try this one.
I'm horrified.
A mother and a daughter in immigration custody after going to a hospital in Central Florida after being in a car accident. They go to the ER. Juliana Calero and her daughter Grace Stephanie Calero were receiving medical treatment when, according to family members, hospital staff told them ICE had requested the women be taken into custody. Take a look.
Tienen que matarme para pasar el carajo de mi mamá. Pero ¿por qué la tratan así? Por Dios, ¿qué ella ha hecho? Dios mío, ¿qué ella ha hecho? Mi amor, ayúdame.
Relatives say both women had valid immigration documents and were in the process of seeking asylum. Because when you seek asylum, you're trying to flee violence. What are we looking at here? The Polk County Sheriff's Office says deputies determined the women had overstayed their visas. However, the Sheriff's Office adds that neither woman faces criminal charges and both are being held in the county jail. The family says they have not been able to speak with them since their detention. ICE has not commented on the arrest. So, fleeing violence from their countries, and this is what you've got here in America. You get in a car accident, you go to the ER, a mother and a daughter are ripped out of the ER like that, Jonathan Lemire, and the list goes on of story after story after story of people being nabbed off the street in violent ways, often by ICE agents that don't appear to be trained.
How much lower can the United States of America go in terms of proving to the world that we're the furthest thing from being so-called Christians, followers of Christ? And these men put on their uniforms and go out proudly manhandling women and children, and they think they are going to get a pass because they're just following the law. You know, right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't care what the law says. If the law tells you to do something that goes against God's law, then you shouldn't even be thinking about doing it. Maybe this is the job for you. That's just, especially if you're a so-called Christian out here. Well, I mean, do you all ever think to yourselves that what goes around comes around? These same people will go to foreign countries themselves and demand that they get treated with the utmost respect. What if you go to another country, do something that you don't think is a big deal, and then all of a sudden you find yourselves being victims of the full burden, full weight of the law, and they do all this stuff to you? What example are you setting for the rest of the country when you go inside of a hospital, a place where you're supposed to be getting help, refuge, bring yourself back to life? That's what they just got an accident. Wickedness. This is why I say, ladies and gentlemen, how can we be a blessed country with all of this crazy stuff going on? Have you ever thought about that? It's a reason we got all these outbreaks and things happening, earthquakes. It's a reason, as far as I'm concerned, because when you have an evil and wicked administration like this unleashing hell, God's wrath is on the American people. W. Zeus. Now, this leads me to the next topic, because, we're not going to stop talking about the real problem in America. Donald Trump and Natalie Harp. How many of you watched what Lawrence O'Donnell, his show yesterday? He said something yesterday, because he reads a lot more than I do, especially with these reporters, and he's friends with them. And there was a part out there he released, he said, and it had to do with Natalie Harp, and it went all the way back to what Donald Trump did in the middle of Black History Month. Remember, he made Obama, Barack, and Michelle, he posted that video about them being apes Remember that? And he never explained who it was that did it. Now, I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, that just means Obama didn't do it. If it was someone else." No. I mean, a lot of people will say, "Oh, that means it wasn't Trump that posted it. If someone else did it, right?" And so, I don't care if someone else had access to a social media account, then it's Trump and that person, as far as I'm concerned. Now, I know Donald Trump's a racist person, but when you talk to Blagga, they'll always bring up other things to try to make it look like he's not. No, Donald Trump's a racist person. Case closed, all right? But I've had to go back and reanalyze Natalie Harp and how many. We've all seen the video. We've all seen the video of Natalie Harp and Donald Trump right there. You know, they call her a human printer during Kamala Harris's campaign. And they were both basically posting on Truth Social at the same time. That's what it looks like to me. So I'm mad at myself because I should have instantly known when it became an issue about who posted the thing about the Obamas being apes. I should have instantly known it was Natalie Hart, but I didn't know what I know now. And so we're going to listen to what Lawrence O'Donnell has exposed to the American people, ladies and gentlemen, about Little Miss Natalie and her nasty racist behind, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. I mean,
after they have heard him do the wrong in that phone call to the Georgia Secretary of State. Nothing said by anyone in the Iranian regime during Donald Trump's war with Iran has angered Donald Trump and his White House staff as much as something Senator John Ossoff said
what did he say
about
again?
Donald and Natalie.
While the sailors on the Lincoln fight his war, while he fruitlessly drains our munitions and oil reserves, the president sleeps through his meetings. He golfs and trades stocks. See, he doesn't want to do the job.
No.
He wants to build his ballroom and travel with Natalie on their apparently defenseless flying palace gifted by the Emir of Qatar.
Thank you, John. This is what we needed.
The White House attack dogs came after John Ossoff viciously for that reference to Natalie. And that White House reaction created even more attention to what Maureen Dowd's Sunday column in the New York Times calls Natalie's magnificent obsession.
Ooh,
quote,
sick.
It turns out, with 3 little words, Ossoff pulled a string and unraveled something really dark and deranged at the innermost circle of Trump's White House. The president's proclivity for surrounding himself with sycophants and attractive young blondes is well known, but this relationship is pathological.
Here we go.
And a source of great irritation among other courtiers. It is Trump, distilled to his essence, cult leader and his most rabid follower, narcissist, and his most flattering mirror, the daughter of a devoutly Christian real estate broker who died by suicide.
So Natalie is the daughter of a devoutly Christian. See that word always pops up? So she's the daughter of a devoutly Christian real estate broker. Isn't that something? Oh, who else is a real estate broker, so to speak? Oh, isn't that the same industry Trump likes to brand himself being part of? Okay, I get what's going on.
During the pandemic, Harp idolizes Trump with a rare fervor.
Now, how you gonna be a Christian and idolize Donald Trump at the same time? Woo, I tell you, that smooth brain and that devil, that MAGA demon is doing a number on a lot of y'all. Ooh.
As one of his social media facilitators, she is with him most of the day and often evenings, and she never takes a day off.
True, because demons don't
Times
rest.
Maggie Haberman calls Harp the Binky of the man-child president. It was reporting by Maggie Haberman that revealed Natalie Harp is the perverse, racist supplier of one of Donald Trump's social media posts depicting President Obama and Michelle Obama as animals.
Wow.
It is one of the few Trump social media posts that was judged too evil and sick and racist and deeply perverse for even Donald Trump to post, and so it was taken down. Wow. That racist post made possible by racist Natalie Harp.
Where's Blagga at right now? Where's Blagga at right now? Because see, front and center right now Think about this, Blagga. How many more ways can Donald Trump play you? He has Natalie Harp on his lap doing God knows what, pumping out racist stuff for you to crash out on social media about. But you don't want to go and fight. You don't want to go confront him about it. You want to confront Big Zeus and the Democrats about, woo, what? DEI? Wow, why y'all losing your voting power due to the gerrymandering tricks they're pulling off? While he's sending y'all to go fight in Iran while he destroys your families? Where are you at, Blagga?
Takes its place in the rare collection of Trump social media poison that even Donald Trump could not defend. Natalie Harp's social media post about the Obamas was so dark and deranged that Donald Trump took it down, but kept the racist who posted it closer to him than anyone else in the White House, including his wife, who made what can properly be now described as a surprise appearance at the White House. She is the first lady in history for whom presence at the White House is a surprise. She had not been seen publicly by anyone, anywhere.
Here goes.
In 31
Get her, Lawrence.
days.
Get her.
When she presented herself on Thursday at the height of the Natalie Harp scandal and spoke these inane words.
Good afternoon. I heard you missed me. Here I am.
Sick.
Chris Whipple, literally.
See what I'm saying? And with all this blatant racism still going on in the country, ladies and gentlemen, you still have black and brown people, Blagga in particular, supporting Donald Trump. Somebody put this together, and I said, I need to share this. How many of you know who Tim Scott is? Even after Tim Scott, he was one of the people that crashed out about the whole thing. Trump, take that video down. But Tim Scott, how can you even act like you have a spine when we caught you doing this?
Don't even know what he's talking about. Damn.
Now this is South Carolina. And when we say we love President Trump, we say it loud and we say it proud. Is this Donald Trump country?
Who Donald Trump?
Who he talking about? What in the world is he saying? What border?
This fool done lost his mind. Hush, listen.
We love a president who closes our borders.
What foolishness is that boy carrying on about now? Donald Trump? President of what exactly?
What he talking about we for? Ain't no we. Massa, did I do good?
Timmy, you ain't quite there yet. Every one of them needs to believe you love this place. You gotta make them feel it, Timmy.
Massa good, Massa kind.
He good.
Oh, Massa good, Massa kind, Massa stay upon my mind. Sun come up, I start my day. Anything Massa say, I say.
Yes, indeed. Good old Massa. All we need.
You trying too hard to please Massa.
I'm just trying to get it right.
Timmy keep carrying on for Massa like that. He gonna bring trouble on every one of us.
Every time Timmy running, grinning, Massa call carrying on like he ain't got no sense.
Timmy got to go, and I reckon there's only one man can help us now.
Man, Timmy's still cooning for Massa.
Who the hell is Timmy? Boy, come on to bed.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let me get that tap dancing part again. I gotta get that again, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on.
Massa,
This is my favorite part.
did I do good?
Yeah.
Timmy, you ain't quite there yet. Every one of them needs to believe you love this place. You gotta make them feel it, Timmy.
Massa good,
Right here.
Massa kind.
Oh, Massa good, Massa kind, Massa stay upon my mind.
Massa good, Massa kind. Massa stay up on my mind. You can't. I mean, this is what we're dealing with in this country, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I say, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest threat to this country right now, honestly, it's the Trump voters, because they don't even understand, honestly, how embarrassing they are to the rest of the world. It's a sad day in this country where we got to deal with people like Tim Scott running around here, embarrassing the American people. Now, Well, I guess what we got to get into next. Oh my goodness, look at the time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, you see the time? Time is flying. Wow. Oh, I know what I want to get into. I think I'll skip this for a second. Let me see. Do I want to talk about this? Yeah, we'll talk about Scott Jennings. Scott Jennings is running around telling the rest of the country, ladies and gentlemen, that the United States of America has won the Iran war. How many of you believe? I mean, and this is honestly him auditioning to be Donald Trump's press secretary. You know, he wants to replace Caroline Leavitt. And so I got to dispel this, because when I see Scott Jennings, many of you know this is DJ's role model. DJ, for many of you who don't know who DJ is, he's no longer around. He blocked Big Zeus, but I refer to him quite a bit because the spirit that he brought to the kingdom was one that we really had to do a number on. And I completely destroyed the spirit. All right. But this is how the spirit works. It will go out in the middle of all this chaos that Donald Trump and his administration has kicked up, and it will say some of the most insane things you have ever heard. So let's listen to Scott Jennings. Let's listen to Scott Jennings tell the smooth brains out there that Donald Trump has won the Iran war.
That many in our political class refuse to acknowledge. The United States has won the war against Iran.
This is what they believe.
Wars are won when one side achieves its strategic objectives and the other loses the ability to achieve its own. Iran entered this war with 4 great pillars of strength: its nuclear program, its missiles and drones, its regional terror network, and its ability to hold the world economy hostage through the Strait of Hormuz.
Oh.
Every one of those pillars has been severely damaged or outright destroyed.
Well then, Scott, why are our grocery prices and why are the gas prices still high, bro? Think about how, and they literally, because this is someone auditioning to be Donald Trump's next press secretary. This is on the heels of Scott Bessent yesterday announcing some sort of D-Day, but then saying, I'm really not going to do anything because I don't want to blow up the financial system. They're rolling this stuff out to try to make it seem like Donald Trump is really winning.
But Democratic Senator Chris Murphy, Democratic Senator Chris Murphy, sees it differently. Listen to him on Meet the Press this weekend, Cut 7.
Donald Trump has lost this war. America is weaker. Iran is stronger. The price to reopen the strait increases by the day.
Even though Iran has lost the war, they haven't lost their public relations agency, I see. Listen to Hakeem Jeffries, Cut number 8.
Donald Trump and Republicans have plunged America into a reckless and costly war of choice that has been a disaster.
There has been few cases in our lifetime where a president started a foreign policy endeavor that has been such a colossal failure.
Democratic Party, it seems, is unified in its desire for the American people to believe that we have lost this war, even though it's clear the opposite is true.
Oh.
Has Iran built a nuclear weapon? No, and they couldn't build one for decades.
So if they couldn't build one for decades, Scott, why did Donald Trump attack Iran? And you can't confirm Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon now, because at the end of the day, we are out of weapons, Scott. Look at how crazy you sound. And did I mention the gas prices? Why are the gas prices still high? Why is the United States still over there doing a, quote, blockade, Scott?
Based on the destruction wrought by the United States and Israel. Has Iran defeated the United States military? No, quite the opposite.
Donald Trump has defeated the United States military. Duh. Why does Iran need to do it when you have the most incompetent president and the most incompetent secretary of war crimes on the face of the earth right now, running our military and bankrupting it like Donald Trump's bankrupted everything else he touched, including his marriages, Scott? Like, who are you tricking? Never mind, I know you're tricking the smooth brain.
Navy is fully sunk. The Army is decimated. Has it driven the United States Navy out of the Strait of Hormuz? No. Our ships...
But see, I can't take too much of this. So I just say this to point out the fact that because of Scott Jennings, you actually have people like this on the face of this planet, ladies and gentlemen. This is something I found. It's a little on the older side, maybe. But these are the people who believe Scott Jennings.
Kamala Harris should go to prison? Yeah! We're living in the dumbest timeline right now. Do you think Donald Trump should win the Nobel Peace Prize?
Yes.
You think he should win the Nobel Peace Prize?
Yeah.
What do you think about the war with Iran?
Bomb the shit out of him and get out.
Wow.
What do you think the most dangerous thing in the country is right now?
Biden.
In what way?
Like we're on the verge of World War III if he doesn't stop what he's doing right now.
Look at this. Demons. Demons only say what dear leader says. They have no ability to think critically. Listen up, Wokey Brokey. You're in my comment section and you're polluting it. Why don't you do me a favor? Because see, I don't even want to entertain you. There we go.
If you're not happy here,
goodbye, Wokey
then
Brokey.
you can leave. As far as I'm concerned,
You need to take a 5-minute
if you hate our
timeout.
country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave.
Goodbye,
you can leave
Wokey
right
Brokey.
now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
That's a huge W, Zeus. Wokey Brokey, you must know these people. Let me go back.
Shit out of him and get out.
This is Wokey Brokey's
What do you think the
people.
most dangerous thing in the country is right now?
Biden.
In what way?
Like we're on the verge of World War III if he doesn't stop what he's doing right now. The destruction to the economy, everything. Everything is a mess.
So, are you mad at Trump for the high gas prices?
No, it's not Trump's fault.
Whose fault is it then?
He's got to set all this.
But Joe
up.
Biden, where's Joe Biden? He said he's not president.
He's not the president.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is,
So how could the gas prices be his fault if he's not president?
what you don't understand what they're trying to do. They have to wake up the dingleberries that are still asleep.
Dingleberries.
Can you call New York the Big Apple anymore? That's what the world knew it as. Now it's a rotten apple. It's because of the crime.
Wow.
It's because people are let run wild. There's no control. Nobody is taking the stand that they should be, and we the ones that need to be standing. And maybe sometimes, more people need to get involved in a situation instead of just pull out their camera and videotape it.
I bet you he believes he said something very poetic and very powerful, huh? Did you all enjoy listening to the Smooth Brain Delusions? I mean, don't they do an outstanding job, literally trying to showcase their ability to think critically? I mean, this is what we're dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta move it on. I hope you all enjoyed my monologue this morning. Thank you all for tuning in. It's just, it's every day they get dumber and dumber. And I get it. If I were a Trump supporter, ladies and gentlemen, I would have a hard time coming on a show like this, talking to a handsome person like me. W's in the chat for Tara. And first thing I would do with Wokey Brokey. Wokey Brokey, come in the box, all right? And he would say, okay, I'm going to get up there and own Big Zeus, and I'm going to hit this button right here.
You're going to be so proud of your country if I get in. You're going to be so proud of your president, and I don't care about that.
Yeah.
But you are going to be so proud of your country because we're going to turn it around and we're going to start winning again. We're going to win so much.
This part.
We're going to win at every level.
Every level.
We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military. We're going to win with health care and for our veterans. We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more.
And Wokey Brokey's clapping in the background.
We're going to win so much.
Yeah. So I'd say, now, Wokey Brokey, why don't you turn on your camera and let's start with the way you look. Are you winning in that category? W. Kabira. Turn on your camera, Wokey Brokey. Are you winning in that category? No, Big Zeus. I'm not turning on my camera. I don't want you to humiliate me. Okay, Wokey Brokey. Why don't you do us a favor? Show us something. Could you show us your bank accounts? How many you got? Show us what's in them. Show us that your cup runneth over, Wokey Brokey. No, Mr. Zeus, I can't do any of that. I just hate you. I just hate the Democrats. Okay, I get that, Wokey Brokey, but Donald Trump just told you you're going to be winning on every level. Show us something, Wokey Brokey. Wokey Brokey would crash out, probably say some nasty slurs. You know how these people are. And, oh, you exposed me, Zeus. You exposed me for being a fraud on TikTok. How are you a fraud? it's one thing if you're a fraudster and you're broke, wokey brokey. Come on now, knock it off, W. Zeus. He's the brokest fraudster I've ever known. You've been hustling, working that same corner, for instance. You've been working that same corner for 40 years, wokey brokey, and all you got is two pennies. You're terrible at this. But this is what we're dealing with right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's no Trump supporter out here, and I've been watching, not just myself, other creators. There's no Trump supporters left to defeat right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep marching towards the North Star and exposing them for what they are. W's in the chat for Great Skate. Thank you. We're going to keep exposing them for what they are. Congratulations. You're the biggest fools on the face of the earth. You're the biggest fools, MAGA. And all of this could have been prevented had you listened to the Democrats. W's. Yeah, if you ever see that account again, the real name is Wokey Brokey, all right? Wokey Brokey walks around TikTok trying to get a couple of nickels, couple of dimes, and never gets them. And so now they're angry all the time. Good morning. Who do we got this morning, ladies and gentlemen?
What up?
What up, bro?
What up? It's been a while. You know, those mornings are tough to work. It's tough out here.
Yeah, it's hard.
You know, we have to work. So today's a special day. It's 4 months to Christmas. And you know what else it is? And you know what else it is, Zeus?
What is it?
It is my birthday.
Happy birthday,
and and it's Ella's birthday.
Oh, wow.
Remember?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
We were born on the same day.
Wow. Wow. We got to celebrate your birthday then, bro. I mean.
And it's Tupac Tuesday.
Oh, my God.
Holy crap.
You're rolling it in, huh? Wow, man, you've been out here moving and grooving. I've seen it, but yeah, your birthday has crept up on Big Zeus once again. Wow, happy birthday!
Mhm.
So you're gonna be around this end of the show, and we're gonna sing your birthday.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I just I wanted to tell you I'm sorry I haven't been here, but I am off today, so that's the one reason why I'm able to be here.
Well, listen, ever since Donald Trump became the president, I noticed that you haven't been around that. So I couldn't help but wonder, has the economy been treating you well? Are you winning at every level? Be honest with the American people.
No, because when I lost my job, it was very hard for me to afford things, and I realized that getting unemployment is kind of a joke, and so then I also realized that we don't have these programs in place, and this is why we're doing so well. We're doing so well.
We're the hottest country. Donald Trump.
Well, yeah. Well, we're the hottest country because of the warming, right? But no, we're the so I thought about this about like healthcare and what do we. This is why the progressives are winning in a lot of areas, because people really are tired of this corporate structure, this like the Zionist structure. Like, they're just tired of all of this, and so you're seeing it in the polls, and you're seeing it with these candidates winning. And I would just say this. I'm a little bit disappointed in Mark Cuban, because he came out the other day and he said, I couldn't be, if I ran for president, I couldn't be a Democrat. I'd have to be a Republican. And, because of the DSA and all of those things. That's what he said. And I thought to myself, what does he have in common with the world? Well, he's a rich person.
Yeah,
so he's a rich person.
Rich white guy.
Rich white guy, right?
Yeah.
Who, of course, he's not down with the DSA and people, God forbid, helping people be able to afford things. Like, if you lose your job or if you need health care or those things in this country, good luck. Good luck with all that. Yeah. I mean, like you asked me when I was unemployed for about 2 months, and granted, I did get a new job, but the thing is, that time frame between getting a new job and being on unemployment, I realized that the back pay of unemployment, the weeks that I missed waiting to get approved for unemployment, were horrific.
Wow. They made you jump through all kinds of hoops too. I could only imagine. They make a lot of people jump through a lot of hoops. They think it's a joke sometimes when people are really on, going through that terrible period when they don't have employment, the income coming in. Yeah, and this is what Republicans want. They want Americans to suffer more.
And that's why there's so much success, like I said, right now with the movement. And like Shay said, it's not a political party, right? I mean, it's not a political party.
No.
It's just a way for people to come up with a way to help people in this country that are struggling, but the billionaire class is on notice.
Yeah.
And that is the important thing here. They are on notice now.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's what I love about it. That's what I love about it.
And they're gonna notice, all right, because at the end of the day, the American people, they're fed up. And I believe, hopefully, this exercise of voting for the most corrupt president in American history is one that will sit with the American people going forward, so that they never have to repeat this painful lesson again. But we're gonna keep doing what we do, Z-Pac, all right? But you stay strong out there, bro, all right? And I'm gonna go ahead and give you a round of applause. It was a pleasure to check in.
You said the end of the show. What time?
Usually at around 8:30 my time, so about maybe 30 minutes or so. I'll be, come on back.
Okay.
We'll sing happy birthday to you.
All right, thanks, buddy.
All righty
see ya.
then. No, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Z-Pac. He's been rocking with me for years. I mean, we dropped music together. You should have seen it, Wow, and happy birthday to anybody else if it's your birthday today. I don't get to say that enough, but seriously, it does mean a lot. We're like family in a way, and it's unfortunate. You hear these stories that people are losing their jobs and they can't come to the show like they used to, and you just have to deal with it. But you know what? You still have me, Big Zeus. All right, let's go, W's in the chat. And guess who else you have? You have Kiki. Good morning, Kiki. How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, Zeus?
I'm doing all right now that you're here. Wow, what a pleasure.
Zeus, we are the hottest country because we the country that's closest to hell.
Hey.
That's why we the hottest country.
Is that really
Zeus.
what they saying out here?
Zeus, let me tell you something. Anytime you say you represent Christ, but you doing the acts of the devil, yeah, you closer to hell than what you think, Zeus. And let's talk about Tim Scott.
Oh.
Tim Scott got on that interview. I'm real mad at his parents because when he was young, they should have put a gate around his teeth because braces ain't gonna work. He need a whole fence. But anyway,
he listening to this show, Kiki.
Good. Tim Scott, go get you some braces and tell Mindy she ain't got to keep pretending we know she not really with you.
So you don't care, okay?
Let that lady go. Stop holding that lady hostage.
You're supposed to do
You know that woman ain't married to you for real. Stop, Tim.
Yeah, wow. You don't
So
care.
listen, Zeus.
Wow.
One thing Tim Scott did that most people do on that interview yesterday that you played.
Yeah.
They always want to talk about what the inflation rate was at the beginning of Biden's term.
True.
And they want to overlook what it was when he left. You get what I'm saying? They want to make him look bad, so bad that they go all the way back to the beginning.
Ain't that
something? MAGA does that.
Yeah.
When Joe Biden had that 12%. Well, what was it when he left? They don't never want to talk about that, Zeus. They always want to talk about back then.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk about how good he left things. And then this nonsense crook came in and messed everything up.
Yeah. Think about that. It's like a relationship. You do one bad thing, right? And that's all they talk about. But what about all the other good stuff sometimes that people did?
Absolutely.
And then even the inflation when Biden was in, was that Biden's fault? Did Biden start a war?
Nope, it was not.
Good. W's in the chat for Kiki.
It wasn't, Zeus. But Hakeem, let me say this about Hakeem, then I'm going to get out of here. Well, now let me talk about Melania first. I think Melania was fussing at Trump. It ain't had nothing to do with Natalie Harp because Melania don't care if he humped Natalie till the day he died. She was probably fussing about her child having a bounty on him.
Oh, I heard about that.
That's what they probably was arguing about. Because she wouldn't care if Natalie changed his diaper from morning to night, Zeus. Melania don't care who Trump sleep with because he ain't sleeping with her. Look at him.
Let me ask you something. Do you think she's letting somebody put an arch in her spine, so to speak?
Man, let me tell you, so she got an arch like McDonald's. But it show ain't cut it from Trump.
I don't want to put that out there. Like, I don't have any way of validating
that lady getting laid like brand new tar in the rose, Zeus. That lady getting laid, Zeus. I'm like edges. Wow. Man, let me tell you something.
Wow, y'all cut it out.
Melania getting cracked like pecans, Zeus.
Ooh,
yeah, that bag getting cracked like pecans.
She married. They married though, Kiki. Come on.
Zeus, them legs spread like the flu. But just not for Trump. Yeah. Them COVID legs. She got them pandemic legs, but they ain't for Trump though.
Wow.
They ain't for Trump.
I take no responsibility for what Kiki is saying. And Kiki, please act a little more saved, sanctified, and full of the Holy
Okay, I'm
Spirit.
sorry. I'm gonna do better.
You can't put that. That's a married woman, and you know they have those conservative values. And I don't think anybody in the chat believes you anyway.
Zeus, she married to the contract, not the man. Now listen, Zeus. I'm gonna say this about Hakeem, then I got to go. Hakeem, stop playing in our face.
Okay, speak on it.
Stop playing in our face. Because you was the only Democrat that voted for Jared Kushner daddy to be the ambassador. Remember that?
Oh, so he got a track record of being a sick person.
You love Jerry. That's your homeboy. That's your friend. He not even in government, so why would you even have a conversation with him about what's going on?
That's what I want.
Hakeem play like I told you yesterday. I don't care if he got the I've been to the mountaintop voice. I don't care how much he can rhyme. Hakeem, go away. It's about time.
Oh, that's a rhyme for your behind. That's a rhyme for your behind. So, thank you, Kiki. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my sister Kiki. Make sure y'all hit that cash up. I know you hate it when I say that, but it just got a nice ring to it, Kiki. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to say it.
It's okay, Z.
I don't mean to say it, but you know, but not just, you know. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. There you go. All right. Oh, it was Corey that voted for the dad. Okay, I mean, you know, make sure you fact checked everything we're saying, ladies and gentlemen. But I think we're all united in the fact that we do not like Donald Trump on this show, and that's the main thing. And so sometimes, you know, you throw stuff out there. We want to be as factual as possible, but hey, you never know with these demons. I'm still standing on it. Hakeem, what was you meeting with Jared Kushner about? Why don't you come to this show, Hakeem? Maybe you should come to talk to Big Zeus and explain why you had to meet with Jared Kushner. All right, moving it along, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got next? Good morning, Tinkerbell. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Zeus.
Hello, how
Hi,
are
good
you?
morning.
Good morning.
I'm okay.
You're
I have
good?
some tea for you.
Okay, what is it? All right, and what kind?
The good kind.
Okay, fair enough. I love me some good tea.
Okay, so I think last time I spoke with you, I was telling you how I work at Home Depot.
Yes, I remember this story.
Okay, so there's a lot of MAGA that come there, you know, and shop and everything.
Yeah.
So guess what?
What's that?
Last Wednesday, they fired me.
What?
Yes, and you want to know why?
Why?
Because, you know, they support Trump over there and they support ICE. And anyway, the thing that happened is they fired me and they said it was because I talked about politics.
On TikTok?
No, basically I had a customer complaint because I said that the economy was really bad right now. And that pissed her off so much that she called the store crying about me, saying that I was talking politics and all this stuff.
I'm so sorry that happened.
Yeah, and so anyway, I mean, it's going to be a struggle to get unemployment and
Wow.
I know, I've been really sad and bummed out, but you know, I'm keeping my head up about everything because you know what? They support ICE and they're evil.
Yeah.
It's evil.
Yeah. Wow. So did they did they actually give it to you in writing what the actual reason was? I mean, did they
Yeah,
use the whole, did
when
they
the
use
lady
whole,
was writing up the report why they were like firing me, she was saying like, oh, she talked about politics. It's against our policy.
What policy?
They said that they have a zero tolerance for talking about politics, but everyone else always talks about politics in the break room and all kinds of stuff.
You're supposed to, doctor, you're supposed to get a warning first. You know what, Tinkerbell? I'd hate to say this, but I think we need to look into whether or not the company's policy was truly followed because...
Oh, I know, because I think I am going to get a wrongful termination lawyer.
Thank you. Somebody said get a lawyer. You know, I'm not able to give professional legal advice, but
Right.
most of the time they usually
Yeah.
give a warning and then they
Yeah.
got to validate what you said. Did they even know what you said?
Oh yeah, no, they took the customer's word for the whole thing. They were like, "Oh, well, the customer said," and then I told the managers because they had me super intimidated. First of all, because that's how they are when they pull you in the office. You know, you're so like intimidated, and they make you feel like a criminal or something. And then so they pulled me in there, and I was like, I only said the economy is bad because that's obviously true. And then they were like, oh no, the customer said that you said Trump's economy is bad. And then they were like all pissed off that I mentioned Donald Trump, but I never said Trump. You know,
Yeah.
I just said it's a bad economy. That's it.
Yeah.
So that hit a nerve, like the person in the chat is saying that hit a nerve. And so, of course, some unhinged MAGA called crying about what I said.
Wow.
Yeah, and it is a bad economy. How is that a lie? You know,
It's
like
not.
what?
It's not a lie. It's not a
Yeah.
lie, Tinkerbell.
Yeah, and so they let me go. I was there 6.5 years.
Wow, wow, wow. And oh my God, this is painful to me.
Thank you. I mean, I really wanted to tell you, Zeus, because you're so caring, and a lot of people don't, they don't care. But
Well, we care, and at the end of the day, you know, those who
yeah,
can.
thank
they
you,
got-
chat. Thank
yeah,
you.
for those of you who are able to assist, you know, we care, but there's a
Thank you.
larger issue at play.
Right.
As we get
Thank you,
more and
guys.
as we get more and more into the midterms, it seems Donald Trump and his machine is ratcheting
Yeah.
it up these attacks.
Yeah, it's
to
like
get-
it's like a dictatorship over there. I was like, what the hell is going
Yeah,
on?
I mean, this is a caution too as well. At work, you know, you gotta
They're very
understand.
right wing over there, and
Yeah.
I had so many MAGA customers. Anyway, honestly, when I would go there, I would be so depressed going there, knowing I was, you know, the people I see over there, they're all a lot of right wing people shopping there. You know.
There's a saying, Tinkerbell, what the devil meant for evil, God can turn it to good. I want to encourage you as well while you're going through this to always
Thank you.
stay truthful to yourself and never,
Yeah.
you know, there's definitely a silver lining in this. Maybe
Yeah.
it's a good thing you're not around these
Yeah,
sick,
no, thank
these
you.
sick
And, you
people
know-
anymore. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
your
exactly,
real
and-
talent needs to be in a place where you're actually supported. All right. But if you
Thank
tell the
you.
truth about the economy and you're I mean, you know, I'm taking
Yeah.
your perspective on this and
Yeah, and
they get
and I-
triggered by it. It's bizarre.
Yeah, and I told myself I will never be known for the girl that stayed silent, and I won't.
Thank you.
You know? And then I got to tell you something else really funny. This is going to crack you up. I'll tell you real quick. So yesterday we were in Hollywood, me and my sister and my Aunt Lori.
Yeah.
And we were walking around looking at all the stars. We saw Michael Jackson's star. And then I told my sister, I go, I know Trump has a star around here somewhere. So we couldn't find it, but then all of a sudden I saw it. And I guess what someone wrote on it?
What's that?
They wrote pedophile and they wrote war criminal. Right on his star. It was so funny. Oh my God, I was laughing.
Wow.
And then all these people were taking pictures of it and flipping it off. It was so funny.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
that is funny.
No, it cheered me
And
up.
it's
I'll
sad
tell
at
you.
the same time. Like that's sad that the president of the United States is
Yeah.
that's what most people believe about the
And then
president of the United
there was like this like big gash on it, like someone tried to smash it.
Wow. That
I mean, it was just like kind of comical because it literally said war criminal and then it said pedo right above it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh my God.
unbelievable. Wow.
Yeah. So it's on. Make sure you follow me, okay? Follow my account, and you'll see the picture of it.
Oh, I'm not following this. Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
I think
follow
I've
me,
I
'cause-
think I've reached the maximum number of followers.
Oh,
Tinkerbell, but
darn.
I know. I'm trying to keep up with.
Well, make sure I can message you because I'll send you a picture of it.
Alrighty then. Well, okay then. Well, listen, Tinkerbell. I'm going to encourage you to stay strong, stay positive, keep your brain
Thank you.
resilient. Do not let the evil thoughts creep in right now.
I know, you're right.
Especially in moments like this when it looks like, wow, the odds are stacked against you. This just might
Yeah.
be your breakout opportunity to do something more your style, so to speak. And
Yeah.
you're getting away from these terrible people. I mean, because if
Exactly.
you can't actually have a genuinely fruitful discussion about things that are affecting everyone in this country without it being turned into something that is
Yeah.
just like, you know, maybe I need to go take my talents to South Beach, so to speak, like LeBron
Thank
did,
you.
right?
Thank you.
Maybe you
Yeah,
need to
because when it happened, I told myself, wow, we are really under a dictatorship. Even the companies we work for. I mean, I thought this is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, and you're not the only one thinking that. All right,
Right.
Tinkerbell.
And then it made me feel better. I'll tell you one last thing. It made me feel better. I go on TikTok and I searched up videos of Home Depot, and there's all these people. I mean, I don't think they're still doing it currently, but they were when it first happened. They're protesting ICE at Home Depot.
Oh, wow. See?
Well, yeah.
You get what you pay for.
Excuse me.
You know, that's the thing I'm saying. You got to be careful on either side of this. I mean, there's really no upside being in the inner circle or supporting Donald Trump at this point. And so, people are going to take what they hear and they're going to make their own decisions about it. But it's really heartbreaking to know, like, this happened to you, and we'll be.
Well, and I would guess, I would say I was surrounded by a lot of MAGA demons over there anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. And they know what they're doing. They're trying to make you.
And no wonder I spoke up. I couldn't help it. I was going crazy. There were so many MAGA people shopping, and then the people that work there just drove me crazy.
Yeah, but don't let them. All right,
I know.
Tinkerbell.
You're right.
All right. Stay strong.
Thank you.
All right.
I will. Don't you worry. I got this.
All righty, then. I'm going to be keeping tabs on you, making
Yeah.
sure you're okay.
Yeah, I'll keep
all right?
in touch with you.
Thank you.
Love you.
All right, love you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my beautiful friend, Tinkerbell. Wow. Wow. I mean, it's a sad story. You wake up every morning, you do a show, and you find out this is what's happening to innocent Americans. All right. So Donald Trump and his followers, they can't handle the truth. Feedback, it's a gift if you treat it that way. And they should be using the feedback they're getting from all of us to try to run this country better. But instead, they're using it to try to double down on bad policy, which is sick. W, Zeus. Okay. All right, moving it along. All right. Who do we have next? Okay, we have Q Dog. Welcome.
What's going on, Zeus? How you doing?
What's going on, bro? I'm doing all right. You?
Chillin'. Hey, Tinkerbell. Go to your DM. I just sent you some information. One of my fraternity brothers is actually an attorney. And he's with a group called HKM for wrongful termination. They handle that, and they handle it nationwide.
Okay. See, you have not because you asked. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother Q Dog. See.
Yeah, no doubt. Black, are you tired yet? Because I'm tired of talking about it every day. We've been talking about it since day one, since before this person got back into the office.
Yeah.
There was a post going around, young lady, she's and I use that term very loosely, going around with a MAGA hat on. See, first and foremost, and I'm gonna reiterate this, for those that keep wearing MAGA hats, especially blagger, you need to understand where that term came from. The same people that hate you and want to use you as strange fruit in the highest trees, they are the ones who came up with that phrase, and Trump is going along the path using it day by day. And I'm not talking about Ronald Reagan. That's the first thing that that's the farthest back that y'all could go is Ronald Reagan in the 1980s. No, I'm talking about the 1930s with the Triple K. So you want to keep riding the reins with the Triple K, go right ahead. You'll be the next one on the list for that strange fruit up in the trees, because they doing it just like they did back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s with no ramifications against them. Young lady rocking the hat like she like T.I. rock his hats. Make America great again. Next thing you know, she's in all. She looked like she a Democrat because her son caught 30 years for what she says was self-defense. Black boy. See, the thing is, when you start doing dirt, the karma don't just come back to you. It'll come back to your family, your relatives and the closest people to you. And y'all keep riding the reins on this lunatic that's still in office like he's the best thing since sliced bread. Now she crying out to the Democrats and people on the right side for help because her son caught 30 years.
Oh, how many of y'all feel sorry for her? So she used to support Donald Trump. Her son now is getting some legal trouble. Now she's calling out to the Democrats. Is she a sister?
Oh yeah. FAFO.
Who wants to help this sister in distress?
I'm curious, where Dame at? Where is Red Lady Red? She comes crawling out from a rock every now and then go right back under like a slithering snake.
That's sad, Q-Dog, when we don't want to help our own. That's sad, bro. Come on now, show a little compassion or something. I mean, even to Brother Dame, you know, I really think Dame is having a hard. He's getting a reality check in a way, you know.
But see, here's the thing, Zeus. You know, I tried to help Dame. I tried to pray for him, and see, the thing is, you got to be careful when you trying to help a snake across the street because he gonna come back and strike you and hit you right in the ankle.
Venom.
You know, the last time me and Dame was on the live, he called me all kinds of N-words and everything. The real Dame came out. You know, that fake Dame, oh, I support Q-Dog, oh, I respect you. No, you don't. You put on that smoke screen to try to make yourself, to dumb yourself down, which I don't know how much dumber you can be. To try to salvage what credibility you actually have. You know, you got folks that's just straight blagger. Tony, this man said to your face how he felt, and you back and forth arguing with him to try to coerce him to say, "Oh man, come on, it shouldn't be like that. Oh, we should be together." No. He done showed you his true side. He just another Tim Scott.
So what you're saying is there's no love in your heart for Blagger, Q-Dog. Is that kind of where you're at right now? And then if so, is it possible for you to, you know, love thy brother at a certain point? What would it take for you to love thy brother, so to speak? Because I understand you feel burned. I remember you prayed with Dame. It was a powerful show. I was in Indiana when that happened. I said, what the heck is going on my platform? And you was literally praying with this man for deliverance, real deliverance.
Let me tell you something, Zeus. Like we say in our fraternity, do that duty that is best. Leave unto the Lord the rest. And see, when you try to play God, he gonna come back around to you. And the next thing you know, you're gonna be like, well, how did I get here? Why'd I lose everything I lost? See, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. See, I done did all I could do. You still want to run the reins. See, the thing is, you know, Moses tried to warn the army. You know what I'm talking about. He tried to tell them, let my people, God said, let my people go. Yeah. I ain't want to call him a Pharaoh because that's too high of an arc for him. But he tried to tell him,
yeah,
you need to let God's people go. But you keep on saying, this is me. This is Trump land. You know, he going around trying to rename military vessels and whatnot, taking away the historic bravery of a black person that was in the military, a war hero. He's supposed to be getting that honor in his name. Trump want to take that away from him. Keep doing what you're doing. That Red Sea is waiting. That water ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. And when it parts and you in the middle of it, guess what?
What's that?
Ain't no swimming out of it.
Ain't no swimming out of it. That's when the MAGA demons get swallowed up, so to speak, you know, and that's what I'm rating on, to be quite honest with you. How many of y'all
Alter
want to see
ego,
the
you
MAGA
still
demon?
nobody's paying attention to your alter ego. Somebody give him a rose or something because he's in the chat. He wants some attention so bad, so bad.
Y'all wild this morning. W's in the
And
chat for
you know
Q
what?
Dog.
I'm gonna give him a little attention, Zeus. You know what, alter ego? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It is a struggle. The struggle to come up here and say the same crap to you day in and day out. When you don't listen, you don't pay attention. It goes in one ear and out the other. It's like trying to knock a horse that's laying to the ground. He ain't getting up.
Go ahead.
An unalive horse. He ain't getting up. So yes, it is a struggle day in and day out.
There you go. W's in the chat for Q Dog. See what alter ego you got yourself into. You got yourself into some stuff.
Now you don't
can't get
woke
out
up.
of
Now
it.
you don't woke it up.
Yeah.
Now you don't woke it up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. W's in the chat for Q Dog. He can't help himself. He can't help himself. He loves Q Dog. I think he loves you.
I tell you, it's a struggle day in and day out. Telling y'all, I swear, I think there's an application for MAGA and Blagga. If your IQ is below this level, you qualify for the dumbest job on the face of this earth. You can reach that capability.
Changing diapers. It's the changing
Yeah,
diapers.
changing diapers. You know, sucking up the trumpet and feeding him his baby food on a day-to-day basis. 'Cause that's all you're doing.
There you go. That's all you want to do, alter ego. You just want to change the diaper.
That's all
and feed
you
him
want to
some-
do. We understand, alter ego. You want to change that dirty diaper. But see, you can't get past 55 followers to convince you that you can do it.
Well, we can
You
convince
can
him.
do it.
He can do it if he wants to. Alter ego, I won't judge you.
In the words of Waterboy, but my mama. No, you can do it. Get your ass up. You can do it.
There you go. All right, there you go. See, we straightened him out right now. Gave him a little encouragement this morning. Listen, if you love doing it, you know what I say. You know, may the force be with you. All right, bro. We're gonna move it on. All right, bro.
Definitely move it on, and we're gonna keep this train rolling because the midterms are really close. And now they getting antsy right about now. They trying everything in their path to try to avoid that loss that's coming in a few
it's
months.
coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's
Get
almost
ready, get ready,
September.
Get ready.
2
Thank
more
you.
months.
Yeah.
September, October, November. It's 3 more months.
Yeah.
Well, no, 2 more months because we at the end of August. Yeah, it's coming.
There you go.
That storm is coming. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Fair enough. Fair
Salute
enough.
to you, brother.
All right, salute, ladies and gentlemen. W's in the chat for Q Dog. Yeah. Well, alter ego, you need to just, WVIP. Alter ego, I don't know why you always get into it with Q Dog. I mean, you're supposed to just come to the show and pay your dues, and not the real dues you owe, because you're causing so much trouble. I voted for Kamala Harris, but I love going after Q Dog. I don't get it, but it's a sick thing. It's a sick thing going on. Moving it along. All right, who do we get today? Ooh, the lovely Jim. Welcome, Jim.
Good morning, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing a lot better now that you're here. How are you doing? Hope you had a great weekend. Stayed out of trouble on social media, because there's a lot of trouble a person like you could get into, and I don't mean anything bad about it. But you got a lot of people that don't necessarily love
Who,
the way.
me?
Yeah, they don't. They a lot of people they don't. They say Jim is too mean. They say with this a lot of the Trump voters. She's so mean. Rick. They say she's mean. I think at one point, you know who DJ is. He didn't have any kind things to say about you, but he didn't understand you were actually trying to save his soul in a way. But so that's why I say I'm making sure you're doing okay, because I don't want any of that bad stuff they're trying to say about you to actually get inside of you and make you start doubting yourself. If you know what I mean. I want you to stay strong, like you drink a lot of milk, so to speak.
Oh. Got my coffee. It's hot. I'm doing my thing. I don't worry about the DJs of the world. They're the downfall.
Oh.
But I do think we need to start talking about some things. But first of all, I was really happy to see you take some time off and go to Chicago.
Okay. Thank you.
I was really happy to see that.
Yeah.
That made me happy. I want to go see his museum as well.
Thank you.
Or his learning center. I guess they don't really call it a museum. It's a learning
museum.
center.
It's a museum. It's a basketball
wanted to-
court. It's an actual. It's like 4 buildings all in one. Well, 4 buildings. But yeah, you should go check. You should go honestly check it out. It's amazing, and it's an experience you only could get going there.
Yeah. So for those who call me mean, I want to remind you that you made me this way. Because when I try to come up and I try to talk intellect and I try to talk in my regular voice that you receive, Zeus, they don't like that. So they talk over you. So you learn to find your voice. You learn to speak in octaves they can understand. You learn to show power in your voice and your enunciation. So the truth, they need to go back to the kitchen and start making me a sandwich. Because that's what they always say when they're in your room, right?
Yeah.
That I need to make them a sandwich. So I want to, can you hear me okay?
You were going in and out, but I think it's better now. You know, every time you get in the box, I think your Wi-Fi starts really trying to pump that signal through.
Which is a trip because I don't have any problem when I'm live. So I don't know what happens between you and I here in California, but my dog is under my recliner. Hold on, let me walk out of this room. Because what I want to talk about is discernment. And I think we need to talk about discernment. So first of all, if you don't have the ability to discern what people are saying the right way, then you're not gonna be able to comprehend what they're saying, right? And my dog got mad because I got up. And so this is the thing. When we talk about Mark Cuban actually said that it was the DSA that was the issue. He's an independent. He is not a Republican. He is not a Democrat. He's an independent. And what he said was the exact quote that people wanted to hear was that if he ran, he would have to run as a Republican because of what the DSA had been saying lately. So we need to take it in context because this is the same Mark Cuban that literally was a surrogate for none other than Kamala Harris. This is the same Mark Cuban who's literally trying to lower drug prices. This is the same Mark Cuban that's doing all the things that we know billionaires do, right? They make money. And if you don't understand that we already had that problem, that's what he's talking about, that the Republicans would vote for a billionaire again. The Democrats won't. But the DSA also said a bunch of other stuff that we as Americans have to start taking seriously. There's only 2 parties. There's a Democrat party and a Republican party. Separating us out is not going to work. And when you get on national TV and you speak as the voice of an agency, so to speak, and you tell people that you're going to shut down the Pentagon, that you're going to shut down prisons, that you're going to shut down all this stuff, you become part of the problem and you become the person that they're going to attack. They are broke. The DSA attacking the Democrat Party was the biggest mistake they could have done. And now they have no funding to promote anything. And this is the problem when we continually talk against one another within our own party while we're trying to win a national vote. That's the problem. Instead of going after Republicans who are in the White House, who are in SCOTUS, who are in the House and the Senate, harming the American people, we're attacking within ourselves. And until we stop doing that, we will never achieve the greatness that we could make this country be. We've got to unite to fight the alt-right. And if you go read the article, what he actually said, and I quote, was that I couldn't win as a Democrat. I would have to run as a Republican because of the DSA and all that shit. That's exactly the quote. He didn't say anything bad. He didn't attack. He said that it would be the Republicans that would vote for a billionaire. So you have to either decide on listening to the totality of the conversation and make a decision. But he's not even running for president. That's the thing. We keep picking stuff that is so not even part of the conversation right now. A reporter asks a question, they answer. He literally was the surrogate that helped write Kamala Harris's campaign package. So we got to start talking about the right things. We got to talk about affordability. We got to talk about the things that are going on. And I saw Rick ask me about Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem Jeffries literally broke the Logan Act, y'all. We got to just like address the big thing in the House. Hakeem Jeffrey literally broke the Logan Act by having that conversation with Jared Kushner, and we need to call it out. That's the kind of stuff we need to be talking about. That the sitting minority leader decided to go and have a conversation with somebody who does not work for the U.S. government. Hakeem Jeffrey stepped out of his potential of being a leader, and he followed the money, and he decided to do something he should not have done. And every Democrat should be calling it out. And if you really are upset about it, get on the phone, start emailing. Start telling them that this is unacceptable, that Hakeem Jeffries is meeting with Jared Kushner, who does not work in the U.S. government and is nothing more than the billionaire son-in-law who is in bed with all the corporate mucky mucks and foreign leaders who have committed not only genocide, but who have also committed crimes against the American people. You want to make a difference? Start writing to Congress. Start telling them to replace Hakeem Jeffries at this point. Send a message. Because if that's the thing, we within our own party need to handle business when you break the Logan Act. And that's exactly what you need to say when you write. We have to call out those kind of things. That's the power of discernment. And as far as Blaga goes, Q, I think the quote you really needed to do with Dame in particular was let go and let God, because ain't no one going to help that man other than God, because he got to find Jesus. He got to find Allah. He got to find Buddha. He needs to find all the gods out there. He needs to find every God out there to help him, because there ain't no helping him otherwise. All right. And on that note, I just wanted to say have a great day, and I wish you well always. I really was happy that you took time off, though, and you went and had a good time. You needed a break.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Kingdom. Love you all. Take care. God bless. Bye.
Bye-bye. W's in the chat for the beautiful Jim. Wow. No lies detected. Wow. Isn't that nice? That's short and sweet. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, it looks like we've reached that time where we have to celebrate another birthday in the kingdom. Where is Z-Pac at? Z-Pac, because, you know, I'm looking at the time and Big Zeus has to bust a rhyme, so to speak. All right. There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. This is Z-Pac.
What's up?
All right. So it's your birthday, and you know what we do. You've been rocking with Big Zeus for years. But it's a sad situation you found yourself in. But you know what? We're going to try to riz it up a little bit. Do you know this demon right here? He came up right after you. Do you know him?
I don't know who this is.
Okay.
What situation am I
Popcorn, why are you up here trying to ruin Z-Pac's birthday?
Because I'm his daddy.
What? My dad just called me, bro, and told me happy birthday, so you're not my dad.
I'm calling you again.
What do you want me to do with
Anyway,
Z-Pac? What do you want me to do
Zeus,
with
what kind
him?
of nonsense are you lying about today?
What do you want me to do with him, Z-Pac? It's your birthday. It's your call.
I mean, this is a crazy situation. You know, it sounds like we have a Pop-Tart in the kingdom here, and I'm not really sure who this guy is.
He said, give me an order. What do you want me to do? Do we spare him?
I think you should let him go. Let him go. Get him out of here.
All right. W, Z-Pac. It's your call, bro. It's your birthday. Wow, look at that. Look how much power you have. Thank you, Z-Pac. That made my day, because we were looking for a demon, and you brought the demon up with you, and you let us get straight down to business. W-Z-Pac. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get the song going.
I heard it was somebody.
Let's go. He made my day this morning.
I heard it was somebody's birthday.
Bye-bye, Pop-Tart, Pop Trash.
Birthday song. Yeah.
Let's go.
Today is your birthday. We gon' say it loud.
Turn up.
Today is your birthday. I know you're so proud.
Hey, W Delilah. Thank you so much. Hey, Pop Trash. Send what's left in your savings account, all right? I need to see it.
Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Let's go. Get a cake, blow the kiss. Throw a party, everybody bringing gifts.
Hey, hey, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Lisa.
You can't miss. All my friends is coming in. And my parents raised my allowance.
Raise that allowance, ladies and gentlemen. That's a good line.
Up and down.
Up and down.
Happy birthday, we gon' sing it now.
Yay.
Today is your birthday, we gon' say it loud. Today is your birthday, I know you're so proud. Today is your birthday, we gon' turn out.
Hey.
About to throw a party, get it lit and wild out.
Cut the cake.
Happy, happy, happy birthday.
You better sing it like you mean it.
Happy, happy, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Wow, you just can't make this stuff. Look at all this love in the kingdom.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you.
Hey. Oh, you gotta hide the baby. Now you gotta hide the baby. We'll get in trouble. Yeah.
It's her birthday too, so she
Happy
came.
birthday. Yeah, you gotta hide the baby.
We gon' say
Thank you.
it loud. Today is your
Woo! Let's go.
Today is your birthday, we gon' turn out.
Hey.
About to throw a party, get it lit and wild out. Cut the cake and we gon' sing.
Happy, happy, happy birthday.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy,
Two
happy,
birthdays at
happy
once,
birthday
ladies
to
and gentlemen.
you.
Wow, you've never seen anything like this except for on TikTok with Big Zeus and Z-Pop. Hey. Hey. Look at all this love. You know, wow, look at all this love, man. They came in, they showed out, they showed up for you. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday to anybody else if it's your birthday out there. All right.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Now, before you,
so much.
what are you doing for your special day? You and the little one. What are you all going to do if you care to share?
All right, kids.
Wait
Now
a
I'm
second.
gonna
We don't know what
sing
that is. Woo!
I think I think I'm gonna go do some par 3 maybe,
Okay.
and kind of get some lunch at this restaurant that like overlooks the lake
Okay.
maybe,
Okay.
and we're taking her to daycare for like half the day,
Oh.
and then we're picking her up, and then we're going out to dinner with my parents.
Hey.
We're all gonna have like a big celebration. If you remember, the first time we did this, 2023. Sorry, I was in the hospital, and she was just born.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that? You did a
Yeah.
birthday special, and it
Celebrating
was
her
like
birthday every year. Yeah, since she's
it was like
born.
an
Wow.
8 o'clock at night live that you did.
Wow, I've
It
done
was
so.
like
Wow.
late, and she was just born, and it
Wow.
happened to be my birthday too, right?
Yeah.
So that was a crazy situation.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget that, man. And I
Thank
really appreciate the love that everybody is showing me here. And you know, I don't
Wow.
grift a lot, but I thank you.
You're
So
not a grifter. Wokey Brokey is a grifter. All right.
okay, Brokey. Look at that guy, is so nasty. And I told you I'd do this today. I know you have to get up out of here, but we love Tokyo, right?
Oh,
We
there
love-
you go.
Where's Tokyo? Can we get Tokyo? I love Tokyo.
He's working right now. He's taking a very, very important meeting. It's called napping. All right.
Wow.
Leave Tokyo.
First,
There you go.
we're gonna meet with the leader of Tokyo later, right? We're gonna do that.
Yes. You're doing great, ladies and gentlemen. W's in the chat for Z-Pop. All right, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you for celebrating your birthday with us. No lies detected. Another birthday for the history books. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that concludes today's show. We have to get up out of here. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast and all the content and all the viewers and the panelists that came up. But we now need to go ahead and land this airplane. All right. Amazing. Prepare the cabin for landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now landed and arrived at our final destination. On behalf of 3 Crossing Zeus, also known as Triple H, and the entire crew, I would like to thank you for flying with us today. We extend our sincere gratitude to all the viewers who tuned in and listened throughout the show.
Thank you, July.
Your time, attention, and participation made this episode truly meaningful.
It
We are
is
deeply
meaningful.
appreciative of your continued support.
Thank you all. Thank you
A
so
special
much.
thank you goes to our valued
You like
subscribers,
my hat? It's
generous
the Obama
gifters,
hat. See, I
dedicated
got
moderators,
another one, right?
and esteemed panelists.
I keep
Your
getting them.
contributions,
Thank you,
guidance,
Obama,
and
for
active
rizzing up
involvement
the
are
Rizzler.
essential to the success of the kingdom and allow us
No,
to
you
deliver
can't
the
have it.
highest
This is
quality
mine.
experience
Sorry.
for everyone. As you prepare
It
to
looks
depart,
good on
please
me.
remember that full recordings of today's episode
Where?
will be uploaded to our
Yep,
YouTube
July.
channel shortly. For information on all my social media handles and future broadcasts,
Big Duck.
please visit the
Barbie
link in the bio.
doll.
Thank you once again
Big
for choosing to be a
friend,
part of the
W
kingdom.
Heaven.
We are honored that you allowed Zeus, also known as Triple H, to guide you to Olympus. Until our next journey, we wish you a safe and productive day
There
ahead.
you go.
You may now gather your
Gather your
belongings,
belongings.
and exit the aircraft.
Thank you.
We look forward to welcoming you back on board soon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means. Let's go. Have a great rest of your morning. W. Kavira. Let's go.
Came from the trenches, now we ballin' at the top. Rizzler energy, presidential, watch the ops. Drip too saucy, got the fit, hitting real different.
1600 on the throne, out here looking brilliant.
No skitty,
I'm the good flow, sharper than a blade. Right, Marissa? Got the game in a choke. Eating the doubt, now my legacy's hitting, it's bespoke. From the Bay to DC, I keep them on their toes. WJC. Let's go, Q-Go. You like the What About Biden song? We'll do it tomorrow. How about that?
Power vision,
Crystal clear. Liquid ambition, yeah.
making history right here.
Ops talk a while, but they cannot touch the throne. Posted in the Oval Office, trapping in the zone. Past the hate, got my foot on the gas.
Bulletproof,
Yeah, my aura is built to last.
slap with the pen, moving chestnut checklist.
Presidential flex,
Got my game on the necklace.
level up. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Get too clean, get it poppin'. We ain't gon'
Cut it out, alter ego.
No cap, we live. Yeah, flow on 1,000, 100,
1605 presidential.
We found it 100.
Posted in the Capitol, moving like I own the block. Riz game presidential, got the nation in a lock. The annex, yeah, 100. Miss Vaughn, WJC.
Shining brighter.
Big Fred.
Bet I'm calling shots.
Let the vision HD clear. Slack with the moves, turn the dreams into chandeliers. Ops stay lurking, but they folding under all the pressure. 1600, I'm the one flexing, I'm the new successor.
Every bar's a new crown.
Trap soul in the White House, DC is the town. Woke up in the mansion, views from the East Wing prime. Presidential, residential, got the poles in a climb. Turn the calm in the storm, got the world dropping bombs like I'm reading out of Psalms. Ops trying to glitch, but my code is unbreakable. Skibidi through the storm, legacy unshakable.
Roaming through the air.
Got the city in my grip, hitting real potent, make the whole world flip. Let's go.
Busting off the charts.
Got the game in a trance.
Drip too
Do
wet.
what? Make you wanna dance. Have a great day, Tara. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a great show. And I will see you all tomorrow. We're out of here.